Okay, let's go over some of the pros and cons of having a micro wedding as opposed to an elopement or a traditional wedding. The pros are things like intimacy. It's really small. It's only just your very best friends and family that are going to be there for you on your special day. You don't have great Aunt Carol inputting her opinion onto everything, or great Uncle Steve trying to worm his way in with the bridesmaids. Yay! You can make it really personal. It's so much easier to personalize your wedding when it's smaller. And that leads into the next one, which is also it's more budget friendly. You can have exactly what you want with exactly the people you want for the price that you want. So those are three really great reasons to have a micro wedding instead of a big traditional wedding. But when it comes to the cons of having a micro wedding, my first one would have to be guest list struggles. Choosing who gets to come and who's not invited. Ugh. I'm a very social person. I like to have a lot of people. Being forced to decrease the guest list would be very hard for me. The second con in my head would be cost creep. Like, yes, it's smaller, but all the little things add up. You might actually, if you're not careful, end up spending the exact same amount as you would on a big wedding because you might go for fancier things, right? It's like, oh, well, we don't have to feed 200 people a $10 meal, but we could feed 10 people a $200 meal. Like, you really have to watch your math because it adds up so fast. And then the last one would be a micro wedding is still a wedding. It still has a lot of the same traditional values and expectations of how ceremony is going to go and how reception is going to go. If you're looking to really like bust out of the box and do your own thing, you're probably leaning more towards what we would call an elopement. It's not what it used to be where you're eloping away in a courthouse because everybody says you can't get married. That's different. We'll cover that in a different video, what elopement has kind of evolved to mean in this day and time. Anyways, pros and cons for a micro wedding. Would you have one?